I had to re-record this because my audio sounded like complete trash, and I don't know why that keeps happening. So yeah. So today, this is technically episode 7 of my series, and we talk about the Cleveland Browns. And I want to talk about, this is gonna be so weird because I'm gonna say a lot of the same stuff I already said, but as I was recording earlier, there was news that came out that David Njoku is close to re-signing with the Browns because he didn't go to OTAs, as you can see, in hopes of getting a new deal. I don't know if he's worth 13 or 14 million, but the way Jonnu Smith played, he's definitely worth that. He's definitely worth more than Jonnu Smith right now. So there's that. But we all know what the Cleveland Browns did in the offseason. We all know how that worked out. We all know how that played out. We know Deshaun Watson was a big addition, and I'll talk about that and what was given up. Hold on one second. What their future looks like and all of that. So, start with this. Case Keenum and Nick Mullins were backups for Baker Mayfield, and that was it. They don't fit. They don't play like Deshaun Watson, so there's that. Rashard Higgins could walk. Jarvis Landry could walk because he's getting older, so it made sense why they didn't bring him back. Austin Hooper walking, that kind of surprised me. J.C. Tretter not getting a contract is confusing. I didn't know this is the Malcolm Smith from the Super Bowl with the Seattle Seahawks. I thought he was at the league. I'm not gonna lie to you. Mac Wilson was acquired in a trade. Troy Hill is going back to the Rams. I don't know why he left the first time. And it looks like they're moving to a brand new special teams unit. Now, I don't know if that's pocket friendly or if that's actually because they weren't that good. I don't know much about the kicking situation in Cleveland. So there's that. The big thing is Jarvis Landry. Mainly because of like the whole wide receiver situation, how it broke down last year with Odell and the potential of players coming in, and then players were saying don't come to Cleveland at all. So there's that. But he's in New Orleans now, so he played at LSU. I believe he's from that area. He's from Louisiana, so yeah, I just don't think it was gonna work anyway. So I mean, he got out, and everybody got what they needed out of it. So there's that. Now we move towards acquisitions. We all know Deshaun Watson and Amari Cooper were traded to the Browns. And immediately after Deshaun got to Cleveland, he signed a 5-year deal worth $230 million. So, I mean, as a GM, I understand why. So now they have the quarterback of their future. Jacoby Brissett and Josh Dobbs are his backups so that if anything happens, they'll have someone similar to Deshaun Watson. Amari Cooper, like I said, traded from Dallas for only a 5th, and they swapped 6. That's crazy. Jakeem Grant is a good sign-in. Just talked about David Njoku. They fixing or retooling the O-line. They don't need to scrap and start over. Jadeveon Clowney signed a 1-year deal, and he took a discount to come back. I'm assuming he loves it there. He only has 9 sacks last year, but when you're competing against Myles Garrett, it's gonna be pretty hard to get sacks. So that was gonna happen. Chase Winovich was required in the deal with the Patriots with Mac Wilson. Denzel Ward got a 5-year deal for $100 million, which is a good deal for him, and he deserves it. Borges, he was the guy that Borquez. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. He was the guy that got the punt blocked in the game versus in the Packers and 49ers game in the playoffs. He was the one that got the punt block. So there's that. Some draft picks. Let's talk about their draft picks. They drafted, so they didn't have anything in the first 2 rounds. Martin Emerson, they drafted a cornerback to build depth. Alex Wright at the end. Don't have much in form of young building talent. Yeah, outside of him, that's it. Because Jadeveon Clowney's almost 30. David Bell, I've been watching a lot of Purdue football. He is pretty good from what I've seen. So, hopefully he'll step in and do something good. Cade York will be their new kicker. and that's really another wide receiver. So, they trying to redo the wide receiving core in helping Deshaun Watson. So their schedule, because we don't know how many games Deshaun Watson is gonna miss. I tried to guess in my first recording. I'm not gonna guess anymore. I don't know. Because I don't know how many games he's going to miss. He could miss 6 games. He could miss 8 games. He could miss 12 games. He could miss 4 games. He could miss the whole season. I don't know. So that answer will come closer to... that answer will, or guess will come around how long Deshaun Watson will be out. If he's out 8 games, I'm scrapping the season for him. Because they don't... It seems like they brought in Deshaun Watson for the future, not just for 1 or 2 years. Like he's gonna be that guy for a while, and it makes sense. You want to, before the nonsense happened with him, he seemed like a guy you want to build your team around. Like you can build a team around that guy. They didn't do it in Houston, so let's do it in Cleveland. So they come to my hometown week 1. They should beat the Jets. Regardless of who's at quarterback, it should beat the Falcons. It's going to be a good game versus Air Bear and friends. New England, I don't know. Baltimore, I don't know. Yeah, this is confusing, especially with the first half. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out just because of the Deshaun Watson situation. He is key to their success. So, I wanted to talk about... They didn't mortgage their whole future too. That's what's crazy. They gave up their first round picks for the next 3 years, but as the Rams are making it work, you can live without first round picks and have success. So, excuse me, you can be just fine without first round picks. So they still have their second round pick next year. So they'll be just fine as far as draft picks go. I don't know what their salary cap situation is going to look like. And Deshaun Watson contract is guaranteed $230 million. So he's going to get every single dime. Salary cap. So for the year, Baker Mayfield is making $18 million. So for the year, they don't have a lot. 202. So actively, they're only at, I don't think, this is just for this year. So 23. Let's do 23. Oh, it was right there on the side the whole time. So for next year, they're not gonna have, and what it's looking like is they're not gonna have any cap space. But they still got Jedrick Willis, so they'll be fine. Yeah, this just hasn't taken into account Deshaun Watson's contract yet. But they get $10 million rolling over from last year. So they have 20. They had an estimated $26 million in cap space. Active contracts, 15 in dead cap. So I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. They're in a real interesting spot. They still got Kareem Hunt. They still got Nick Chubb. They're going to be able to run the ball. That's not an issue with them running the ball. Greg Newsome. They got a great running back group with Ernest Johnson back there. Grant Delpit is coming back. I'm pretty sure he was injured. So he'll come back. I'm pretty sure he was injured going into the season. Yeah, he got injured. So he'll come back and he'll make some noise. He'll come back healthy and make some noise. So, yeah, the Cleveland Browns are in a weird spot because it doesn't seem like they're in a rush to trade Baker Mayfield. And no other teams are willing to trade for him because you can sign him without having to give up anything because it seems like Cleveland wants to get something good in return. So, a lot of teams are just willing to let him walk, and then possibly sign him. Everybody keeps pointing to the Seahawks. And especially with that quarterback room, he would fit there. He would be better than Drew Lock and Geno Smith. But, I mean, it is what it is at this point. So I don't know what they're going to do with him. I hope he finds a job. But, the Browns got their quarterback of the future, and I just think the Browns and Baker Mayfield need to part ways because it seems like neither one of them want to be near each other at this point. So, yeah, that's about it for the Cleveland Browns. All their success is going to be predicated on how many games Deshaun Watson plays. So, and I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this. It was interesting to see how his situation broke down because there were reports of him coming to the AFC South, where it was going to the Saints or the Falcons or the Panthers. And he's from Georgia, so initially I thought Atlanta that was going to work just fine, but that fell through. And then there was he's not going to Cleveland, and then he ended up going to Cleveland. So I don't know. I hope Browns fans are happy. Houston, y'all better figure it out. Y'all better stop putting the wrong people in management as far as making deals with the roster, because you've lost 3 generational talents in the span of 4 years. Deshaun Watson gone. DeAndre Hopkins gone. J.J. Watt gone. So hopefully they get that guy in Derek Stingley, but we'll get to them at that time. But that's all I got to say for this one. I want to say thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Bye.